What's up? This is Draco.
And this is Alicia.
And you're now tuned in to OD,
Podcast.
Oh,
Period. Yeah. Where did that even come from?
I don't know. But I remember saying that or hearing that so much growing up.
On a movie or something. Hey, y'all.
What's tea, y'all? Let me tell y'all. I feel like we ain't recording so long.
It's been, we didn't record last week because you was sick.
Jesus.
And now I don't feel good, but I just got a really bad headache. Yeah. Did you,
So, full transparency. Insider. I was playing. I don't have I didn't transfer my health insurance over from Atlanta to here. I didn't transfer any of my insurance, if we're being honest.
do you have to do that?
Yeah, because the healthcare out here and then like car and stuff is the fees are different. So even with the car, you know, like every year on your birthday you have to like update your sticker on your tag.
Mm-hmm.
In Atlanta, all you have to do is get an emissions test, and then you go to the DMV or you go to the grocery store, get it on the machine, and put the sticker on there. Out here, you literally have to re-register your car every year. So depending on what kind of car you have, is how much the registration is. So my registration on my car, since I don't drive a big car, is only $220. But people who I know that drive Benzes and stuff like that, every year on before their birthday, they have to pay $500-$600 instead of
Excuse me, that is literally a car note.
Yeah. So I'm like, what?
They make it hard to flex out there. And you
No.
gotta go to AAA or something like that too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
You have to
heard
go to
something like
AAA.
that.
So it's so different. So that's why I haven't switched my stuff over, because once I do that, I'm gonna be paying so much more money.
Jesus.
Um. So I haven't switched my health insurance over, and then I just recently found out about unemployment because I was on set and they told us that when you are in between work, like if you're in between a gig, like your next gig isn't until like a week from this one, you can get unemployment for that time missed. So
Oh, that makes sense.
once I signed up for that, it signs you up for everything government related. So I had to sign up for like it's called Medi-Cal. That's our like health insurance, the free health insurance. So I didn't have any, so I didn't go to the urgent care because I ain't feel like I ain't have no money for that. But let me just tell y'all, last week, it was about 3 days. I was dying. I was on my deathbed. My voice was gone. My body was weak. I was having hot flashes. I was cold, fever, coughing. And you know what's so crazy? I was coughing, but it wasn't that bad. And I was sneezing. It was just a mess. Like,
But it wasn't COVID.
it was not COVID. And
Yeah.
after the third day of it, it just stopped.
I wonder if it's RSV. Also, you should look into seeing if there is even a copay for your insurance because there might not be one. I didn't have one when I was on Medicaid.
I'm gonna say I don't have Medicaid now. I have another company. I have Cigna right now,
But it's
but I
provided through
haven't.
the state, right?
Huh?
But it's provided through the state?
No, this is the insurance that I came here with. I pay for
Oh.
it.
Got it.
That's why
Yeah.
I was like, I
You know,
never
it took me a
transferred it.
long. It wasn't until I was in my late 20s that I found out that urgent care is better than the emergency room. I have been growing up on Medicaid. You would go to the emergency room for anything and everything,
Yeah.
but it's actually really expensive to do that. But if you go to urgent care, you pay a copay just like if you go into a regular doctor's appointment.
Hmm.
I didn't always know that. But
So I
what was I
wanted to
gonna
go to urgent care, but I didn't. I was like, let me just
Yeah.
wait it out.
Yeah, a lot of people are having those same symptoms that you had, and they don't have the flu, they don't have COVID. And I don't know if there's a test for RSV or how that works, but I know that's been going around a lot with the kids. And it makes me wonder if it's a long-term effect of COVID because this is happening. So I don't know. And I could be, just assuming, but it's like, where is this coming from? You know what I'm saying? Because people are
And it
like
was
weak
quick.
they can't even get out the bed. They ain't got
Yes.
no appetite. It's like, what's going on?
I couldn't. I know for a fact that I probably have lost like 10 or 12 pounds when I was sick because my
A win's
back
a
was
win.
like shriveling up. Like my
Yeah.
back fat was gone.
Dang.
So I'm like, what is happening? I didn't have an appetite. Like I probably within those 3 days of me being sick, I probably ate 2 meals.
Mm.
And on the
How you
last,
get it?
huh?
Asking for a friend. I'm just playing.
You said, how did I get it?
I'm just playing. I'm just playing.
I don't know.
Yeah, no, I feel you. That's
I don't know.
scary.
It
I
just
hate
came out of nowhere and it left. Like I was having fevers. I was taking aspirin to make the fever go down, and I just was in and out. I was like cold. It was like freezing. Then I have hot flashes, so I was going in between the fan and it was a mess. I
Oh,
couldn't
child, that
sleep.
sounds scary. I can't lie.
No, yeah, it was bad. Like I was hurting so bad. I couldn't. I was feeling nauseous. Like it was a mess. But once the third day of it, like before the end of the day, it started going away, and I'm like, this is weird. I woke up that fourth day, and the only thing I had was lost voice, and I was sneezing a little bit. Everything was gone.
Dang, just like Jesus Christ on the third day raised
Like
from the
what?
dead.
And when I had COVID, I was feeling that for a month.
Oh, child. I can't
Like
lie. When I had COVID, I didn't even know I had it. I just thought it was side effects of me getting my teeth pulled, which I
that
still
first
don't know.
that first week of COVID, of course, I was feeling insane, but the cough lasted the rest of the month. Like I was coughing so bad
Mm.
for the rest of the month.
I hope my booster been boosting. But I've been super. I'm one of them people. I ain't never stopped wearing a mask. I be the only one. There be 300 people in the room. Still be
Listen.
having a mask on. But all right, let's get into this week's episode, man. So first things first, we got the Black Business of the Week. Who you putting the people on to?
So I am putting the people on to it's a 2-in-1, baby. So
Okay, love to
my
see
friend
it.
my friend Malike Aamir. Malik is originally from Philly, but I met him in Atlanta. Um, and he lives in LA now, so we're neighbors. He moved here a few months ago. He's a photographer. He's getting into lifestyle, but he does a lot of like editorial and studio, like artsy kind of photos. But now he's getting into lifestyle because that's LA. Everybody wants to get their picture taken before they go out. But he also just dropped a men's clothing line. Now he's dropping it piece by piece, and he's been working on this stuff. Like I know that I see a lot of people who have clothing lines and stuff like that, and they just go to AliExpress or even come out here and go to Santee Alley or whatever, and they just get bulks of stuff and sell it and put their name on it. So Malik is about 6'7". He's really tall. So it's hard for him to find clothes because he's really tall. Like he's
Hmm.
Amazon.
Everything high water.
Yeah. So he's starting out with 3 pair of pants, but the pants are so good of a quality. Like I promise y'all, when like, cause we go hiking every other day, and so he brought a pair to Runyon when we went hiking, and they were so heavy, and like even the waist part was like it was insane. Cause like even for me, when I'm ordering pants from brands, those pants be so daggone cheap. The zippers be breaking on
Mhm.
me,
Yeah.
but they really, I mean, like he did his thing on the pants. Like he has 3 pair. They're very good quality, so of course the price is gonna be reflective of that. um, but I think it's worth it. I feel like these are pants that I could probably own forever as long as I can fit them. But
Okay. Now,
these are
do they come in different lengths since he's
yeah. So
tall?
he
Okay.
they come in different lengths and of course waist sizes and stuff like that. But they're meant to be a little baggy. I'm gonna send you the page. But they're really good pants though.
Okay. Well, what can people
And
find these pants?
so his website is www.bymalikeamir.com, and then of course his Instagram is by Malik Amir. And if you're looking for a photographer, he's a really good guy as well. So his um Instagram for his photography is King Malik. We'll have
Or
all that
can you
everything.
tag him before I post him or something like that?
Yeah, that's who I hang out with mostly out here.
Oh, ain't that cute? Mm-hmm.
Trying to find me my little way out here. So we gonna have that in the episode
Okay.
notes. Y'all shop with my friend though, for real. Especially if you have husbands and brothers, boyfriends, whatever that are tall, it's hard for them to find fashionable stuff. Check my friend out.
Dang, his
He
pictures
got
look
you. He gonna be
good.
dropping stuff piece by piece because he's literally like creating these looks himself. Like he's, you know, even down to like the way that the pants buckle. Like I just
You
love people
can't
that
even find the words to say it.
I just like when people think outside the box. You know.
Yeah, no, I agree. I understand. Okay,
So
we're gonna check out Malik. You know what I'm saying? Holla at your boy. No, that's what's up though. I remember growing up learning. Do you remember? maybe not, but when we were kids, we would order those shopping catalogs for stuff that we literally was never gonna buy, like East
Like
Bay.
East Bay, yeah.
I used to order the Delia's catalog,
Okay.
Delias, and that's where I learned about the different length of jeans, believe it or not. Because you would
Okay.
look at jeans. It's so funny looking back because I really thought that one day I was gonna be able to afford to shop out of there. But I would see that jeans had like certain length stuff like that, and it made me start checking for that. But I don't really have that issue. But one issue I do have is all these companies, like last several years, women's pants, work pants, and jeans are ankle cut. And why? Why?
Because they want y'all to wear flats with it.
Baby, they be above my ankle. A boot wouldn't even help. Okay. I had this problem when I was trying to find work pants and everything was an ankle cut. And I don't like it. It don't look right on me. It's not flattering and it does and now I gotta add extra lotion. Anyway, so
Okay.
that's how I learned about the
Get you
inseams
some
on
shea
jeans.
butter.
Shea, but I got a lot of that. I got a lot of whip butter from my girl Brooklyn Shea. Okay, cool. Let's get into tweets from the streets. So I seen this tweet before, but it may, some tweets resurface all the time on social media. But I've been seeing people talking about like come healed, like if you get in a relationship, you need to be healed or all this other stuff. And I think that I genuinely feel like people don't understand what like personal development is.
Yeah.
I don't think it's possible for someone to be 100% healed before getting into a relationship, but I do think that you need to be in a place where you are aware of the things that you need to work on, or at least some kind of perspective on it. Because if you do not have that perspective, you will take it out on your partner, or you will kind of put the onus on your partner to fill those voids, and that leads to an unhealthy relationship and often a very not long lasting relationship. I think that people also try to self-diagnose themselves and try to, charge it to zodiac stuff and all this whatnot. But I think that a lot of people need help and don't realize it. And so they get into these relationships and they create all these problems, charging it to that's just how I am whole time. They mad because, they didn't get that bike they wanted for Christmas or their mama worked 3 jobs, blah, blah, blah. But anyway, I just think that people need to dispel the whole mindset of like coming healed because you're going to be healing for the rest of your life.
Oh, for sure. And you always gonna go through stuff. And you know what? It took me a long time to realize that because I think that since I've had so many failed relationships or like relationships with people that just I mean, like I had no business. I'm sorry, I got hiccups. Um
It's okay.
I had
People
no
get a little
business
overwhelmed.
dating for real. Like I had, you know, I be thinking that like I'm like, oh, my next person they gotta come healed. They need to come with a check. They need to come this way. I
Now the
need to
check
be
do
blah
gotta
blah
be there
blah.
now.
Yeah, oh, for sure, for
Your
sure, for
pockets gotta
sure.
be healed. No
For
scars,
sure.
no pockets.
But like I think that I was setting myself up for unrealistic opinion. I mean, unrealistic like attributes sometimes. Like I know that over time, you kind of help each other.
Mhm.
So a lot of times when
So
me,
you
I
benefit that a lot of that healing can come from, but it still has to be in a place. I think that sometimes people, and this is why I always say, when you meet some people, you just need to get to know them for the sake of getting to know them. Because I think that if you go into it thinking that you about to find your boyfriend or find your husband, you start ignoring things that are important because you
yeah,
want to be in this relationship. So it's like, oh, he got this problem. Oh, it's okay because he does this well. But when y'all break up, you look back, you be like, that was a red flag from the jump, or I should have known. Da, 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 da. But it's because we convince ourselves it's not a big deal because you want to be with somebody so bad.
yeah.
And I'm no expert,
Um,
but I'm just saying.
I definitely be I definitely feel like, and I feel like I was one of those people. I try not to blame stuff on zodiac since I am into astrology and I do believe it, but I do think that has nothing to do with being a shitty person. Like you don't have,
Absolutely.
you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
some
Because they do can be all
characteristics, I'm
across
like,
the
oh, that's
spectrum.
very like being stubborn. Like okay, I'm like, oh, that's a so and so whatever, but you can't like you can't just blame yourself for being irresponsible or being an asshole on being a Gemini or being this or
I
being that.
see
Like
the
that's
craziest comparisons. They'll be like, "Oh, you greedy. I know you a Taurus." Like, what?
that is a Taurus trait.
People people are greedy in general. I'm
Taurus is
greedy.
maybe you have a Taurus moon.
Absolutely absolutely not. I seen one, it was like, "Oh, you keep your room clean. I know you a Scorpio." Like, so is it not an Aquarius thing? Because my house be tip top shape. So how
Oh my god.
I just think that it's really I think that people are in different phases of their life and their behaviors reflect that. Now, I think that there are some things deep down that can be tied to zodiac stuff, but every goddamn thing ain't got nothing to do when you was born. Like, come on. People
Yeah.
are a product of their environment.
Um. Yeah, my current little, I guess you can say my current dating situation.
Oh
My current
Lord.
dating situation is very um toxic adjacent. We're gonna say toxic.
No.
We're gonna say toxic
No.
adjacent because of uh misplaced communication between the
Okay.
both of us, and I'm blaming myself as well. I'm taking accountability for it. So it was getting to a point where like we were doing things like blocking each other, trying to look from other pages and da 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 da.
Oh, well, I don't
So
okay. No judgment.
and I'm like, ew, no, 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 we too grown for this. Like, this is too
Yeah.
much. Both of us are in our 30s. This is a lot. But it was because we're operating out from a broken area because of our past relationships and our past dealings with people that it's kind of hard for somebody, especially new, especially in this industry and in LA, like people are actors. They go to school to do this. So you don't know who the fuck you dealing with ever out here. To me, because in my head, I look at everybody as like,
You
uh,
practicing your lines on me.
yes, I swear I do. I look at it like that because I'm like, and we know people from back in the day that are naturally like that can cry to drop a dime, that can like
Mhm.
make people feel sorry for
Straight
them.
up sociopath.
Yes.
You gotta be a
So
sociopath to be a good actor. Sorry, Kiki Palmer.
I'm just like, I'm operating from like a broken space, and so are they. So we're it's reflecting. So now we know that, and it's like just we're gonna just keep everything funky, just keep it honest because the good attributes really do outweigh the bad. The bad stuff can be overlooked because that can be worked through time. But I think that because I'm not used to dating or dealing with somebody, and we are around each other so much and we do everything together, and it's different, it's new for me kind of. So
Yeah, and your bad is
mhm,
not somebody else's bad. Like bad varies. Like some people are willing to deal with certain things. Like some people don't look at cheating as a deal breaker. Me, on the other hand, you can jump and you can do a scratch and sniff at the bottom of the Chattahoochee. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying? So it's
yeah,
like
my
some
friend was
stuff.
trying to tell me the other day, he was like, you can forgive people for cheating. I said, you must have
No,
did it
you
before.
can't. Right. You are a cheater. Only a cheater would say that. I think that people also, and this is my opinion because I'm not with it. And I think it's not fair to say that there is no such thing as somebody that don't cheat because that's not true. But I think that people accept cheating because that's how bad they want to be in a relationship. They'll look over it because they want to be with somebody, which is
Yeah,
weird to
that's
me.
really ugly, but
Yeah. Well, good
I
luck
can't
to
believe I
you.
just exposed my life on here. But yeah, I guess
I
I
mean,
can
it's
be
a part of growth, you know. I think that another thing I think that dating is how you learn those things. Like there's a lot of
yes,
people that are proud to say they never been in a relationship and all other stuff, but when they finally get in one, they messing up everything because they don't even know how to be stable. Like it's a lot of things that you really don't experience until you with somebody long term. Like
yeah,
the first year and a half, 2 years, I think you might have some bickering here and there, but you're not really doing no character building. You are just enjoying life
yep.
until you gotta share space, share opinions, make big decisions, and all that stuff. Wash
Mm.
dishes.
Mm.
Well, good luck. Toxic is not okay. Okay, we want stability and health. Okay, okay.
Hold on, let me text my. Hold on, give me a second. I'll call you. But yes, we hold tonight for me. Okay.
All right. So let's get into shop talk. Kiki Palmer pregnant. I knew it.
Been new, been new, been new.
And
It was
it wasn't my business, you know what I'm saying? Well, hold let me say this. Cause I saw a lot of people. Number one, she did that darn April Fool's joke saying she was pregnant. The whole time she either was or she had just got pregnant after that. People was really coming at her. And then once they thought that she was pregnant, they tried to blame it on PCOS and all the other stuff. I'm not super familiar with PCOS. I do understand what it is, but I don't know how it looks when it comes to bloating and stuff like that. But you can always tell when somebody's pregnant, y'all. They always wearing tulle They always wearing
Yeah.
them big A-line dresses, them darn Cinderella gowns. And she wanted to tell us on her own time, but I think when it gets to a point where you are such a public figure and you always booked and busy, baby girl, you wearing a trench coat in Miami. Come on now. Her and Money Long, but whatever.
Uh,
You ain't got it's
um,
okay. You ain't got to, you know what I'm saying?
oh yeah, because I mean, like Beyonce was able to hide her pregnancy because
Be out the way.
yeah, she was in the house. Like,
But
so.
Kiki Palmer was on a new cover every single day
New
on an
TV
interview.
show, interview. She got the podcast commercial, magazine cover. Like you are
Like
literally
literally.
everywhere right now.
And her boyfriend slash baby daddy is Saronis Jackson's brother. He played Dro on Insecure.
How
And I
cute.
think they apparently her and her boyfriend met on the set of Insecure, so that's pretty cool. But I'm
How
happy for her. I really
cute.
have an admiration for Kiki Palmer. I
Me
always say
too.
that she reminds me of myself. Like if I were to be in an entertainment industry, I would want to carry myself as naturally as she does. Like not lack my intelligence, my personality, things like that. Truly be myself in whatever space, and y'all either gonna accept it or you're not, and we're just gonna move on from it.
Mm.
My kind of
Sorry.
carrying on. All right, next up. Man, what has happened in the last I feel like hold on. Oh, so Escape is beefing
I'm sorry. Oh.
per usual. You know what? That's another situation. I know they all grown and stuff, but and Candy just happened to be a housewife. But it's just like housewife drama. I just when people get older now, I don't know these girls personally, so I'm not gonna ask you to chime in because I know them your people. But I just feel like at some point you just gotta grow up, and I just feel
Mm.
like their beef be around the same person or the same issues all the time. It's like, gee, I understand girl groups and stuff are not really naturally built typically, that they were put together based off of whatever the goal was. But
Yeah.
come on, y'all, let's grow up. That's all.
Um. Um. I don't want to chime in on this because I feel like anything
Yeah,
I
you
say,
ain't got
people
to.
gonna think it's some truth to it just because I've
Yeah.
worked with them for so long. But I will say that it sucks to see this happening just because they have. I feel like a lot of the groups that and artists from back in the day are starting to get a lot of recognition that they deserve because Escape was one of those groups that were like very prominent in my childhood, and I don't know if it was because I'm from Atlanta or what, but like that was a big part of like my childhood. Escape and their songs that
No one made me
I
halfway.
mean, like that's what we
There's
grew up
no
on, you know.
way that we can work.
And
I'm
I
just like
feel like they be getting pushed to the side, you know. And it's like for the most part, Candy and Tiny are like
the
the people that,
superstars.
yeah, like, and I feel like they've always been seen and been whatever been around, but them as a group together is different. Like it even feels different. So I don't like seeing this. I think it is just the worst. But I will say it is what it is.
Yeah, it's a shame. I just think that I hate, I know it's natural these days for things to be publicized, especially when you're famous, but I do hate when those kind of dramas come to the internet. They are such a legendary group, and and they went so many years of not being together because of drama. I just hope that they can get past. They also got this TV show with Candy said from the jump started off with drama with them and SWV. So I'm interested to see it all play out, but I think people
Oh
are
yeah, you seen they little shady TikTok? It's all a mess. Y'all too grown to be making TikToks.
Yeah, it's like dang, but I guess in their perspective, it ain't even about age; it's about the principle. And I mean, hey, do what you do, you and your crew. You
Yeah.
got players and thugs doing it too.
Okay.
All right, today's election day, Georgia, y'all. If y'all let Herschel Walker win Senate, bruh, listen, I ain't never been the type to. I always felt like people should truly vote how they feel okay. Like I had coworkers that I know voted for Trump and I like them as people. And so I am not going to be trying to convince them why they should have voted for Biden. I feel like, with the two, they're dramatically different. So if you chose your side, you stay there. Now I am going to look at you sideways, especially after if he runs again and you vote for him, but I do respect people's choices. I genuinely do. But Herschel Walker is not smart. Okay, the man is
Yeah.
not bright. The man, you could pee on his leg and he'll tell you it's rain.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
the man is dumb. Okay,
Okay.
he's not smart.
Okay.
He don't even live in Georgia.
What is that?
BFFR. And the polls have already closed, and I just did a quick Google search, and he's in the lead. I'm gonna lead y'all down the path of righteousness. Cause what?
I love that you say BFFR. That's actually one of my favorite cuss words right now.
BFFR. Well, that's all I can say. But I'm really irritated the fact that somebody like Herschel Walker even has a chance to be a senator. Okay, let's not forget President Obama was a senator soon and then became the president. Okay,
Mm.
you know the
I-
person. If something happened to Joe Biden, let's God forbid he passed away, Kamala Harris would be the president. If Kamala Harris passed away, the House Speaker would become the president, which was Nancy Pelosi. But now we have a new speaker. People that are in the Senate have the opportunity to become the House Speaker. Do y'all understand this? Y'all are giving this man the ability to go to be the president, and you don't even have to follow those steps. You can be a senator, you can be a nobody, obviously, and become president. But I'm just saying, this is getting him more political visibility, and a man is not smart. Please, y'all, please, 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 just you
I
got to
wish
vote in
that
every
I'm
election.
mad that my I'm mad that my YouTube and stuff like that picks up California commercials because
Oh God, be
when I
glad,
first moved
be
here, it
glad.
wasn't it was picking up Atlanta for some reason
Mm.
still. And when I tell you the Herschel Walker videos are just the
Oh
funniest
my
shit.
God,
Like
bro, he's not smart. The man said that he don't know what pronouns are. All right, let's move on. No matter what, the polls are closed. There's nothing we can do about it. All y'all who didn't vote, I'm side eyeing you. And
flip
just
a coin.
no public records. Voting is public records. I can find out if you voted or not.
She lying.
I swear to God,
Okay.
you definitely can see if people. You can't see who they voted for, but you can see if they voted for sure.
Mm,
All right, so
I need a
let's.
massage.
Okay, we'll go to a happy ending.
Oh no.
What's wrong? You don't want that?
That's
I thought that's what everybody do.
what the lady said in my old neighborhood. That's political molestation.
Ooh, what that mean? I got TJ Holmes and Amy Roback from Good Morning America is having an affair. Okay, so,
What a movie. Cause that
bruh.
don't even seem real. Like what is going on with that? That is so
First of all,
funny.
those pictures was given private investigator, and like they was literally like this was not no fan camera. But y'all, basically, the two of the co-hosts on Good Morning America were having an affair with each other, both married to someone else. Okay, and apparently, this is allegedly, aka from TikTok.
Uh,
TJ was having an affair with a producer before. Either it was for 3 years or 3 years ago, and then they let Amy in on their little secret, and then Amy got her a piece. Okay, now TJ had one of his anniversary posts had been circling from social media where he basically, I hate when dudes go on social media and make these captions to their wife or their girlfriend when it clearly sounds like they in the doghouse and they trying to publicly display their affection so she can take them back. That's what his post was giving, and he is a very attractive man. Don't get it
yeah,
twisted, and so I feel like he definitely gets a lot of attention, and he don't want to get rid of that. And I feel like those kind of people shouldn't get married.
yeah.
And that's not to even excuse Amy because she trifling as well. And then I saw an episode where her husband was on the show and he was in TJ was introducing him, but when he said her husband's name, he literally couldn't even look at the camera. He had put his head down. Body language is everything. That guilt was tearing him up like he was tearing up that man's wife. It's really crazy. It's really terrible. For real, y'all. I cannot respect a cheater. I'm sorry, especially if you married. I feel like it's
Yep, and
very
then that close though, like you're
Listen, that's why people listen. When people have work wives and work husbands, I ain't with it. Can't go for it. Period. Point blank. I don't like it. But I feel like people. I think that cheating is very selfish, very greedy, and you can say what you want. They be like, "Oh, men not meant to be monogamous." But don't enter a relationship where that's an expectation from anybody on either side. Okay, you can
what
literally
does that
be
even mean?
single,
Why do
and
people feel like men not supposed to be monogamous?
because that's a cop out. It's an easy thing to say. It doesn't require any effort or any kind of discipline. It's like saying we was meant to steal.
Child.
But I just
We
think
were.
that. it's not fair to get into any kind of seemingly committed relationship and do those things. It's very selfish. And for me, all I can think about is the chance of you bringing me an STD or a baby.
Yes,
Like,
that's a lie.
I
Like
can literally
people.
get something I can't ever get rid of because you want to be shady. I've never cheated in my life. I put that on everything I love. And I have that same expectation for anybody I date, period. And I'm not with it. One and done, baby. On to the next. Because you don't care about me. You literally think I'm dumb because you think that you can go out and do these extra things and I won't find out because you strategically put yourself in a position to try to make sure I don't find out. But I always find out because I'm
Mm,
nosy. But
mm-mm.
yeah, so apparently, like the first episode of Good Morning America after the news broke was like their highest ratings in a long time. Now I was already watching because my cousin was on now, but she was on
Yeah,
that before the
but
mess.
and now
But
they
yeah, it's
gone. They fired them, but they laid them off, both of
no,
them.
I think they're on. They took them. Well, number one, they about to go on a holiday break in like 2 weeks, but they took them off air until they investigate. I am interested in seeing how that goes because I know at least in any job I've ever had, they've had a no fraternization rule. But I've also worked in environments where you are allowed to work with your significant other. You just can't have the same position, or one cannot be in a leadership position. So you can be a peer. But I don't know how it is in television. And Good Morning America is one of the longest running TV shows ever, and they were actually good hosts. So I'm interested in seeing how that will work. And if they're gonna end up divorcing their partners, might as well let them stay.
Yeah.
Because I don't really think
I
they
feel
brought
like it
harm to
bring
the
the
show.
ratings in. Y'all
E-
fumbling the bag.
Exactly, because they probably on people's radar that what I mean, people was not watching Good Morning America. I feel like people who got kids that go to school was watching it.
Yeah, I've been stopped watching Good Morning America when I stopped going to school.
Exactly, it's like listen to the
So,
radio. It's one of them things you just got to be in a certain predicament to do.
now, if
But
it's
yeah,
an
it's
artist
really
on there
lame
I
though.
want to see perform, like in them little summer concerts they be doing, then maybe, or like their little Christmas special,
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
maybe
yeah.
something like that. But even still, like I haven't watched it in so long.
Also, speaking of breakup, Neil Long and Ume Udoko, I'm sorry if I'm saying his name wrong, have officially split. I guess they probably been split. They just never made it official publicly. Another situation, they was together 13 years. 13 years.
We stuck.
And I feel, oh no, we ain't. Not when you cheat. And I'm
You
pretty
right.
sure he cheated on her before that at that point. And I'm not trying to be funny, but I do think it's possible. But I feel like it's one thing if somebody can tolerate, if they can forgive you for cheating here and there. But now it's public and I'm literally embarrassed.
Yeah.
And that's some
Mm.
embarrassment that I'll never undo because people are gonna see us together and they're gonna bring that up and they're gonna think about it. They're gonna ask me how I overcame it, and now I'm a victim. And who got time for that?
Let me tell you something. Beyonce forgave Jay Z so long ago. Like we didn't even. By the time we saw them, they had already been through that already. By the time they were
Mhm.
that had, that we found out about it. These folks, the Beehive don't even tell Jay Z happy birthday no more. It was his birthday yesterday. They don't mess with that man.
Listen, and I mean, and Beyonce ain't exempt for being dumb either. I'm not calling her dumb, but I'm just saying you can be dumb for a man even at high success. And I
Yeah,
don't know their story, and so like I said, some people cheating is not a deal breaker. But I will say this. I feel like people that have status and power like Beyonce and Jay-Z, I feel like there's more to discuss than just like now we talking about money. Like
mm-hmm.
if Obama and Michelle ever separated,
Ooh.
they actually would make more money if they broke up. Cause people gonna want to do tell-alls and they want
Mm-hmm.
perspective. They're gonna, but I wouldn't want that to happen to them. I'm just saying I do think there's more at stake when you have that kind of visibility, not to justify it whatsoever, and that's not something to take advantage of. But I think that it's kind of like I hate to use this example, but like De'Ara and Ken, they were a YouTube couple and they really got paid for being in a relationship. So it's like
Yeah.
we got
Now
these
it's
three.
looking like De'Ara stayed up and Ken just.
Yeah, Ken. I mean, he's making his way. He had his recent medical scare, which I think worked in his favor, believe it or not, because now his subscribers dramatically went up because he had like a heart surgery or something like that. I'm like, wow,
Oh
that's crazy,
wow.
but a win is a win, I guess. I'm just
Some
saying.
stuff you got to leave on TikTok.
But yeah, it's like one of those things. I feel like their relationship probably lasted a lot longer than it should have because they literally got rich off of being in a relationship. So when
Mm-hmm.
you stop those videos or you stop giving people what they want based off why they know you, then you lose money. But De'Ara was able to bounce back. She was the more popular one anyway. But even what she's been able to do was all because she was in that relationship with a man that cheated on her more than once. But yeah, I'm not with it. I'm not.
Wait. Ken cheated on De'Ara more than one time.
Yes, that we know of. It's been at least 3 times that it happened and it was addressed publicly with
I only knew that
fans.
one.
No, he had this last situation where he was live streaming, talking to some girl named Taylor. Then there was a situation before that where it was like a fan. It was like she was either white or Latino, not very cute, no shade. And like they was emailing. I think they had linked up. I can't remember. And then before that, it was no, that was first. And then after that, it was this girl when he was in the parking lot with his hand on this girl booty.
Yeah, I remember that one.
Hmm.
Wow.
And that's that we've seen publicly. And it's embarrassing, man, being a
Who would
public
want to date
figure.
you after that?
I mean, he's really popular. He got a girlfriend. They both in new relationships. Think about it. Everybody, people like the
He
looks.
got a girlfriend too.
Huh? That's why I said they both in relationships.
They
I'm
both got
saying
girlfriends.
my girl got a girlfriend. Yeah, and that situation shady too, but
Miss.
a hot
Like
mess.
it just what?
Yeah. That's
Let me tell
crazy.
you something. I get cussed out all the time because my friends they feel like I never share aspects of my dating life with them. Like I
My
don't really
family feel the same way, and I don't care.
like I feel like I tell you more than I tell them, and I don't even tell you a lot of stuff.
I mean, likewise, I don't talk about nothing.
And
You want to know
so
if it's up or down, baby?
my friends are very like irritated by that because they like we feel like we don't know that side of you, and I feel bad, but then I don't because I'm just like it really ain't none of y'all business for
Yeah.
real.
At the end of the
You
day,
know what I'm
I get
saying?
it. I get it. When you
And the
talk,
way that I date too irritates them because I'm the type of person where like since my job requires me to be around popular celebrities and all these other people, I'm thinking that that's kind of normal. Or it's not
mhm.
normal, but I'm used to that, so I don't be like doing too much about stuff like that. But I do understand like people who are not used to being around celebrities or that in that close proximity is going to be different for them. And so in my head, I'm just like, I would want to be in a relationship where I feel like I'm not having to look over my shoulder because this person is trying to be cloudy, slick
Yeah,
recording stuff,
mm.
or um, just trying to be like, oh, me and my boyfriend going to so and so with whoop, da 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 da. So I date intentionally. I'm like, okay, this person works in this field and he does this. He's not gonna be like that, and then we can kind of just be who we are. All of our conversations isn't gonna be, oh, can you call Flo Millie? I want to like
Yeah.
tell her, oh, can you see if Flo Millie can make my sister a birthday pose? Oh,
You've been
don't
asked that before? Because that was very specific.
you know Regine? Can you tell her that?
You know what
So
though? I've been asked that too, believe it or not. I'm nobody. But
what?
it's like, hey, can you have this person give this person this?
Yes. Oh my!
Yeah.
Like it's
I'm
like
saying, you think you're the first one that would be trying to do something like that? And do you know what
it's
do
so
you think will
bad.
happen with my relationship with that person? Because now, like, I'm using them.
And so I don't share that with my friends because out loud to them that may come off a certain way, and I'm not trying to, but I'm that's just how I am when I date. Like that's just how I am. I want to date a certain person or a certain type of person because I need to be comfortable in this relationship. I'm the one who have to be in it.
Yeah, I
So
get it. I think that people, because if you have a close relationship or friendship with them, they do feel entitled to know that stuff. And I get it, it's fair, but I have I feel like I was an overshare in that aspect just because I was excited to just have a relationship. I just didn't know better. I wasn't that mature. But now to me, it's like you just gotta when you know, you know. It just is what it is. Like I don't feel like
yeah,
I don't know. It's weird. I'm not really open with stuff like that no more. I used to be, but after my last public relationship, I just realized none of that stuff was important.
same girl. Like honestly though, um, that situation that I told you about this morning where I had to block that person,
Yeah.
that just kind of like really flipped on a switch for me about just me sharing things in general. I think that my
Man,
audience,
ooh,
I
because it
think
can
that my
come back and
audience,
bite you for real.
yeah, like I don't even be, and it's sharing things like with my friends, certain friends and stuff. Like I just need to keep a lot of stuff to myself,
Yeah.
honestly, and I just have to be okay with that. Just tell it to God.
I feel
Like,
I've definitely been in situations where I think I got too excited or too comfortable and I've
yeah,
overshared. And I end up regretting it because of how they respond to it, who they share it with, or now
yeah.
this information that they have if we don't kick it like that no more.
I got to keep it very surface level, very like, it is what if you see him, you see him. If you don't, you don't. It is what it is.
Yeah.
I'm
It is what
around
it is
in
until
here
things
too.
get super serious, but I just prefer yeah, I get it. I get
Even
it,
when
but
it's serious,
people are not always accepting of that, but that's between them and God.
y'all gonna see my man hand on my honeymoon.
Right. And then
The hand, baby.
and it's
You
gonna
gonna
be
see the
15
ring.
hands in the picture playing bubblegum in the dish.
And the gag is the only reason why you gonna see the hand is because I want y'all to see the ring. So
Yeah, I
yeah,
get it. I think that just comes with maturity, man. When you young, let me. I hate to use these folks as an example because I literally can't stand them. But
yeah.
I was listening to Lip Service today, Angelique's podcast, and she had Krishan Rock and Blueface on their show.
Mm.
It is very, very clear that Krishan is the only one in love in that relationship. The man literally said to her face that he didn't like her at first. He thought she was weird. He doesn't want to get married. She wants to get married. Like all the things he was saying, I'm like, baby, he does not like you. And I'm pretty sure he's latching on to you because you are bringing in money and attention. The man don't even dropping music no more.
And he's capitalizing on the fact that she is mentally ill.
They both mentally ill,
They
but
are, but he knows that her weakness is him. Like
yes,
she's had a troubled
obsessed.
past.
She's so obsessed with him. She's so head over heels. He even talked about how like he didn't like he wasn't he was basically saying like maybe he was convincing himself he didn't like her. I think he just didn't, but he couldn't escape it. But it was bringing likes and even the fact that he told her to not get her tooth fixed because it brings attention. And it just made me think about when I was younger and new. Like I never really had a ease into dating. I never was taught about dating. It was literally don't date because you're gonna have sex. And
And
that's it.
if you have sex, you're gonna have a baby or AIDS.
Right.
That's
So
how
when I
that's how it was
did
fed to me. I know. I'm
no,
listen.
you're right. So when I did finally start to date and meet boys, I would be so obsessive and excited. Do you remember how I mean this might have been it was middle school, but I used to be so obsessed over the dude I like, be buying them candy, doing stuff, and that didn't change. In high
BW.
school, oh my god. You know what? I don't know what he looked like today, but I was oh Jesus. But I would get
Baby.
so obsessive. I'm talking about researching the whole goddamn family, wanting to know everything. And then and it would be dudes that did not like me back. And I thought it was funny that I was obsessing over them. It's really I mean, obviously I was a kid, but a lot of that didn't change when I got older. Now I did get in relationships and I didn't act like that to their face, but my expectations of them were so dramatic because I wanted to be I wanted to be so in love. But in looking back, I was too young to even care about that. But I just didn't understand the concept of how I do now of just dating or just getting to know people. I just felt like, all right, we're in a relationship. It's time to fall in love because you're gonna marry me one day. And I love everything about you. And I want you to show me that same kind of love and blah, 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 blah. And that's what I felt like I saw it with Krishan. It's like she just does not know how to she needs love, but she needs some true love, but she's not gonna know how to identify it because of the way that she like needs love so bad. I guess she won't be able to differentiate true from fake because
Yeah.
even the answers that he was giving in the interview, she would like correct him or ask him like, what you mean? It's like, sweetie, he does not like you. I mean, seriously, that's what it is. That's a fact. It's really sad. And I hate that they were enabling them in on that interview. They were really like saying, "Oh, it's true love. You guys look so happy together." No, this is a abusive situation, man.
I don't like how people glorifying this and then the
Then they
Chris
got a
Brown.
TV
They
show.
taking everything from Chris Brown. They
Oh
giving
my
these folks shows. Like it's
hello.
just
And
weird
Chris
to
Brown was
watch.
really a teen, wasn't he a teen?
Yeah, and
Okay.
and Rihanna forgave him publicly.
Yeah, this Krishan and Blueface jump, man. I'm sorry. I really it really makes me, especially after I didn't even want to finish the interview because that's how cringe it was. But I never gave them a time of day before anyway, so I'm like, all right, let me just see. But it was very clear that if that man ever truly broke up with her, she's gonna need to be on suicide watch. And I'm not even trying to be
For
funny. Like
sure.
it's
For
really
sure.
sad. He's literally using her. He literally is doing his own thing, literally, and she is like standing by thinking that he about to give her the world. She thinks he's gonna marry her anyway. She thinks that he's gonna buy her a big house. And he could do those things because it'll give him some security, but I want her to find some real love and find it within and then she'll be able to, identify it outwardly. But yeah.
The whole family just chaotic.
No, for real. And it's crazy because when I see old videos of her, she talks so clear. She seemed intelligent. It's like, dang, girl, what happened?
Drugs.
You're right, and men. Sometimes
Drugs and
men be
men.
people's weakness, man. I mean, maybe women too for some men, but I know a lot of women who just, oh my god, they'll throw it all away for a man. It's really sad. Like, Amaretta and her and Tabyron, who apparently broke up after she got his name tattooed 6, 7 times.
I know a girl like that too. I don't know what type of dick you smoke that make you get a man name tattooed on you more than one time, but that's a thing now. Like
Oh my god,
girls are really doing that. They're just not posting it or broadcasting it, but the girls are tattooing their
I don't
man.
even want my own name on me.
I got mine covered up.
See,
I
but
got
I
my
actually
own
know some
name
girls
covered up.
who are okay with getting a man name tattoo even if they know it won't last. They be like, I don't care, I'll just get another one. I think that's crazy. It's mentally. I remember
I got
wanting
my
to
mama name covered up. My mama done went to glory, and I still got it covered up.
Oh my gosh, Shirley, he did not mean that. Oh my god. Why you do
That's
that?
bad.
I
No,
mean,
it's
you
not
can do
bad.
what you want to do, but did you have the tattoo before she passed?
Yeah, I got
She
it covered
see
up.
you. She looking down. She hear everything you saying. So
We saw it. It's covered
okay.
up though. It was ugly. I got it when I was like 16. It was
I
like a
remember now.
bad tattoo.
I get it
Yeah,
pretty
girl.
well.
I didn't give it covered up because I wanted it covered up. I got it covered up because it was ugly.
I get it. I understand. Well, your mama looking down right now and she hear everything you
It's
saying.
still
So
under here, and guess what? I got it covered up with my teeth, so I'm there.
okay, interesting. I remember being in relationships and me and the dude would talk about matching tattoos and I would never be down for it, but I'd be like, if I do it, it has to be some kind of symbol because I don't want it to be something that's like, oh, that means I don't know, Santa Claus or whatever the case is. Like I
Child,
would
that
get like
happened
a
to me at
letter.
Six Flags.
Somebody got your name tattooed?
So, the
I don't think
person
it's
that I
new to
was
me.
dating, yes, oh my God, new tea. So, it was drama going around Six Flags because the person that I was dating while I was working there, um, their ex also worked there as well. We
Six
ended
Flags
up
was a
getting.
messy place.
Oh, it was. So the person I was dating, we got a tattoo the same weekend, but not at the same place or at the same time. But we randomly got a tattoo that same weekend, and it was similar tattoos. So I ended up getting like a Chinese symbol on my wrist, and they got one on their
Mm-hmm.
ankle. So it was
Mm.
being told around Six Flags that I had got this boy name tattoo on me in Chinese, and he didn't get mine. That was something else, and like it was a mess. Like they was trying to
Wait, was it
sabotage
his
my.
name?
No,
Oh.
we didn't even know that we were getting we
Who
like I
came
said
up
we
with the
weren't to
rumor?
one of our coworkers, Messy, got a twin. That's a girl.
I,
Short, yes, that one.
hold on.
Yeah.
It's two people that had a twin.
Okay, and one of them twins was Messy. It was a boy and a girl twin.
Okay, that's
And
what. Okay, I get it. I know. That's what I was thinking of first, but I thought you was talking about they
Peach and
friend.
Pickle. Peach and Pickle. Twin brother, sister, love, pink in the brain. Yeah. Uh-huh. They was like Alicia.
Okay, I never really knew that person that well, but I always knew that they was
Oh,
messy.
oh,
Like,
girl, yeah. We had a whole. It was so much that happened that between that situation. Like that's one of the reasons why I act the way I act about men. Is that? And then what's so crazy is that happened when I was 16, 17 years old. I'm about to be 34 in 6 months. And you still know that I'm dealing with this same stuff from that same person?
oh no, absolutely not, absolutely
Like
not.
we cool and they do some dirty shit, like stuff. I'm like, you still own
Mm.
that 20 years later? What is this? Grow up.
Can't even, yeah, can't even do it. Rest in peace to Rodney. I don't got no attachments to that place. Mm-mm.
Wow.
Okay, let's move on. That's disgusting. I ain't know y'all you was getting names tattooed. Mm.
I never this means loyalty.
Do it.
I've never got nobody. Huh?
Do
You
it.
said
I'm
do
just
it?
playing. Does it? Like, does it mean loyalty? I
Yeah.
remember I know I have a friend, my friend Sean, who I know he listening. He had a tattoo. I can't remember what language it was, Chinese, Japanese, but I remember him asking a customer like what it say, and it was not what he thought it said. I think that's what happened. I can't remember. Oh, I
I
think the same thing happened to Britney Spears too. Her junk said monster, but it's supposed to say
yeah.
something else.
I currently have a misspelled tattoo on my body, and I ain't never told nobody, and I ain't showing it to them either. I mean, they
I know
see
somebody
it
that got
that when they
Camerton
see my
Road spelled
tattoos.
wrong now.
Oh, I know that person as well. I think about it all the time. Actually, every time I spell out Campbellton Road, I think of that because I'll be like,
It literally is
man, they
what
never
yeah, it's
even
like
put no
camp
P in there.
yeah, camp
He ain't even put a
Bell.
P. It's Campbellton.
It's missing a P
Like
and a L.
literally chop it up. See, my
Yes. Oh
address
my
was
god.
actually Campbellton Road, so I know how to spell
You know
Campbellton Road.
what? I'm jealous. I never had it.
3901
I
Campbellton
actually
Road.
wanted to buy some land on Campbellton just so I can have some land on Campbellton. I know that sounds
Yeah,
crazy, but
like
I literally thought about doing it.
my address
What,
was Campbellton Road. So
3911?
3901
Yeah.
Campbellton Road.
That's I knew it. Look,
Hmm.
why do I remember that? That's crazy.
Oh, I'll never forget. That's one address I would never in my life forget. I remember the apartment number, where it was at, how to get there. That
F128, is what you're
actually
talking about?
was K9 like a dog.
Oh, like the dog. I
Remember?
was
It was
F123 when I was at Park Greenbrier.
period.
Or was I? I
Yeah.
don't know.
That
Uh-oh.
Chestnut Ridge actually shaped my childhood. That was like character development for me.
Chestnut Ridge. It's a girl. It's a braided braids by Lisa. She ain't Chestnut Ridge. I'm
I
like,
follow her. I wanted her to break my hair.
she fine.
I wanted her
She
to
actually
braid my
does
hair.
my
Yeah,
braided hair,
she's
but
very fine.
she does some good braided ponytails. But I got my girl from braided ponytails. She in Hateville, so Sky. Okay,
Yeah.
we getting a little we 50 minutes in. Clearly this episode ain't got no topic, but man, y'all pray for me and my job. I'm getting to the point where I'm like getting anxiety about my job. And they're telling me like,
Same.
it might be another 9 months before you really understand the work you're doing. And that's how stressful it is. A lot of legal stuff, a lot of very strict guidelines. It's just a huge learning curve, a huge one. And thank God I feel like I'm being paid justly, but I will say I made similar money for much less effort. Okay?
Mm.
That's all I'm gonna
So you
say. But
trying to
no, I'm very
downgrade?
grateful. Huh? No, it's not a downgrade. This is a very, very important job. When I was doing less, I actually was lucky. Because I literally did a bunch of nothing for not as much
Oh,
money,
wait
but
a
close
minute.
to it. The other
Tory
job.
Lanez Tory Lanez's lawyer told the judge that Kylie Jenner and Corey Gamble are on the list of possible defense
Mhm.
witnesses because they were present at Kylie's pool party before the July 2020 shooting.
Yep, they sure was. And I saw that they added a new charge to Tory Lane about his handling of the gun, which means I'm pretty sure they're gonna say I think that they're gonna be
Yes,
like he definitely shot the gun, but I don't think there's gonna be. I think the charge is gonna be lesser than what because I think from what
it
I
can be
let me not.
more though because California gun laws are
Oh, strict.
insane.
Yeah. You're right about
So
that.
it's like it's almost like nowhere around that. Like you can get so many years just for owning a gun out here.
I heard it's like that in New York too. I mean, hey,
Oh
he
yeah,
definitely had a
it's
gun,
bad.
so we're gonna see what happened. Well, I ain't gonna say definitely. I don't know squat diddly, but based on that, and I actually who was it? This was it Boosie or Young Jock, which is funny, but they were basically saying, oh, it was Boosie. Like, and this is how I feel about a lot of this stuff. We were not there, so no matter what turns out in court, we still don't really know because court is about what you can prove and
Yeah,
convict people. But I think even if Tory Lanez is found guilty, there will still be naysayers. If he's found not guilty, there will be naysayers. So we should just all leave it alone. Pick the side of the
yeah.
person you support, I guess.
I do want to bring this up before we end because it was really on my heart heavy yesterday, and I was talking to it with my friend, and I didn't really like his response because I feel like he doesn't understand because he's not in my field. So, or just doing it in general. So, I had a really bad problem with one of Summer Walker's posts the other day. Ooh, groundbreaking. Me not liking the Summer Walker post, but liking the music. Ooh. Anywho, Summer Walker posted a post saying that she was looking for an assistant and that
Oh my
the
god, I saw
assistant
that. That was yesterday, wasn't it?
and yeah, like yesterday for yesterday. And so the assistant will be paid $2,000 a month.
Mm. Mm, mm, mm.
So I immediately got annoyed reading that, right? So then she reposted it and added some gasoline on it,
Gotta be
preferably
white, gotta
white or
be
gay.
my god.
And I got pissed off about that because I talk about my struggles in this business so much, and I talk to people in the same industry that do different things. Like maybe they assist, maybe they are label A&R, this, whatever. And what people do not respect or realize is that gay black men are some of the most underpaid people in the business, and it's so
Mm.
frustrating. I hate the fact that people do not take black gay men seriously, and I want to know what that's
They
about.
look at him as an
I feel like
accessory,
when
for
people,
real.
or they look at it as like, oh, he'll do it just because he want to be seen, he want to be whatever. And I
Mm.
definitely been told that to my face by more than one person, that they feel like, oh, you would love this because you love to be seen, you love to blah blah blah. And I'm like, no, I'm like, just I
Like your
said it's
payment
so
is
frustrating
popularity.
because yes. It's like it's so frustrating because y'all feel because the way that people present that or when they say stuff to me, I'm like, damn, you make it seem like I'm being one of these like people, and I'm not trying to use them as a bad example, but like people like Quay who wear like wigs and the makeup and they're so
Like
extra
a
online or
caricature.
just they do yeah, they do things on purpose. I'm like, this is literally who I am, and people just like me for being me. Like, I can't help that I'm
Yeah.
funny. Like, what do you want me to do? I can't help I look like people like the way I dress or like the way I look. What do you want me to do about that? Or they
Yeah.
whatever the case may be, you know. And I feel like I've always been made to feel like they want me to dim that because they don't like that. But then they will hire a white guy assistant or a white guy to do this, and they're as equally, if not more, extra and flamboyant and loud. But they trust them, and they don't mind giving
Yeah.
them money. Like they don't mind. Like if this person says, "Oh, I charge this," they don't mind that. They're not finna talk them down on that because they're white.
Yeah.
They're not finna talk. You know what I'm saying? They're not gonna.
Yeah.
And it makes it seem like they trust them more. And the same thing with Hispanic guys too. Like they do the same thing. And I hate that. And I was just being told like, oh, you're. What if it's just because you're not as good as you think you are? And they were naming people in the industry who are black and successful. But I'm like, yeah, but look at what level they on. It shouldn't. It's people that are like at a midway level, which isn't a bad thing because you can make a great living off of that in this field. But it's so many different people who, like, I watch, you will go to this person, and looking from a professional eye, their work is kind of like very close knit, like it's not far off. But you pay this person's rate, and I'm sure if this person was to ask for that, you would not give them that. You would actually be because
Right.
they'll be like,
'Cause you
"Oh,
don't even
you
look at them
Hollywood
as
now."
yeah, dang,
Oh,
I
you
hate that.
Hollywood now. Oh, you blah 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 now. So y'all are okay with us just being like mediocre and not knowing our worth forever. Like we just always have to be the homegirl. We can never be worth more than what we are now, or just like be looked at as like, oh, they
People
can't
be
be this
homophobic and
level.
don't even realize it. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah. That's actually anti-black and homophobic in one.
And
Like,
homophobic.
and
You're
it
right about
sucks
that.
it sucks because that's my life. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like I always have to do that. Like I like even in a room full of men, keep in mind like I'll be in a room full of rappers or whatever, and it's like I'm looking at y'all style and I'm looking at y'all like the way that you just got your hair cut by a gay guy, you just got styled by a gay man, your designer that you're wearing is by a gay man, and it's like at the same time I'm in the room and you make us feel the smallest out of everything just because it's like, oh, they can't do shit, they're weak, they blah blah blah. Whatever how you feel about it.
Yeah,
And
you
that
can't defend
sucks.
yourself. Who you talking to? You soft.
Yeah. And it just it's so many different things that just really like with that situation that just be boiling my blood because it's like, why do I have to go and because I'll go to these companies, these white companies, and these white corporations, and they won't even budge at what I say. Like if like I was supposed to work, I got pitched to work the People's Choice Awards, right? And
Mhm.
the lady was like, this is gonna be the rate for it, and I know it's kind of low. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna try to get you some sponsorships, meaning that they're gonna get brands to send me makeup to put on the client, but pay me for that as well. Mind you, the rate is fine with me, boo. This is more than I ever
Right.
made
But
from a doing
and
go.
you get
But
reimbursed low key your product. You're not even dipping in your own pockets. Mm.
and I be looking like, wow, because
Yeah.
you're looking at a place like Atlanta. Atlanta is the resource for Black beauty. That's the mecca. People come to Atlanta. They come to get inspiration. Like even out here, they come out there to get inspiration and get their hairstylists, their makeup, because that's where the trends started, and we execute that well. You can always find somebody to do a good wig in Atlanta. In LA, that's one in a million. So it's
That's
like
so
you would
crazy.
it's you would think that like people in Atlanta will respect that, but I think because it's so saturated, you can, like I said, find it on any block. That's why it's treated in that way. But out here, people look at that shit as gold.
Mm.
Like what? You can do light skin and dark skin people. They don't be ashy looking on TV. What?
And that's in
Please come over here. Woo.
2022. I think there's a delay on our
So it's just
microphones.
yeah, it's something going on. It's something going on. I see it too. It's lacking a little bit. That's why yeah, I
Yeah.
seen it too.
Never lacking. Come on.
Um,
No, I think that's
okay.
lame. And I was
But
like,
now,
when I
like,
saw
it's so frustrating. It's so frustrating now, and it made me mad because and I don't mean to typecast her, but it be girls like that do that. Like you're make, and that's what frustrates me. You're willing to like, you wouldn't be who you are like visibly. Like people wouldn't be into that if it wasn't for your squad. It's not you. You're
Mhm.
not putting on your own makeup. Once you take that face off, you're not the celebrity anymore. I mean, you are, but you're not. Like you're not that
Yeah, I get what
person.
you're saying.
Like we make this person, no shade. So
No, you're right. But the
you,
way people see them done up like that is what they associate with that stardom. That's why when celebrities be natural, it be such a shock. They're like, oh,
yeah.
I
And
ain't.
so you would think that you would have more respect for somebody who's in control of your image. Like you
Mm,
would have more respect for that person or whatever. But and it's like you've made millions off of something that I did for you, and you giving me crumbs, and you okay with that? That's not cool. I don't
I'm
like that
sorry, Pooh.
feeling.
That's actually really trifling. I can't lie. It's kind of like if people that's not in the industry, you go into corporate America and they see that you're a black candidate, they're like, oh well, we'll give you this much, knowing they got a budget double that. And it's like you want me to do the same kind of work. You want the absolute best kind of results. You want support. You want to look good and feel good, but you don't want to pay me for that. It's literally an investment. That's why I see a lot of creators talk about this with some of these billion-dollar brands, multi-million-dollar brands. They want to pay you $200 for a post, and they're expecting to make more than $200 off your post. And not that you're entitled to the money that that company is going to make, but there's definitely a value as to why they reached out to you to begin with.
Yeah. And now and I feel like California has really just showed me my worth in all aspects as far as like who I am outside of work, who I am
Yeah.
professionally, how important it is to really just give myself props and because I think I'm always trying to be like I don't want to be that person that looks big headed. But I mean if the shit good is good. I'm
If
sorry.
it's good, if the crack hit, the crack hit.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm learning that about myself just by being here because I'm around people who make me feel appreciated. People who
Yeah.
like don't mind like, oh, for the inconvenience, you really drove all the way out here. I really appreciate it. It was last minute. Let me tip you $200.
That's crazy where decency is standing out like that. It's crazy, but if it was
And I'm like,
necessary for
dang,
you
you
to
ain't
move
even
out
have to
there.
do that. Like, I would have been fine with just what I asked you for, and we could have moved on. Like, I'm grateful for
Yeah.
that. But it just shows like gratitude. It makes you feel appreciated, and it makes you want to keep working with people and being around them because you feel appreciated. You don't feel like, oh, honey, you could be replaced tomorrow. It's so many people that do
Yeah,
what
you
you
put them
do.
on top of your
And-
list. It's like, oh no, I'm a, like if you got 30 people that's asking for the same thing at the same time, that helps you make that choice. It's like, no, I'm gonna work with them because I know what they come with. I know what they expect. I know they're gonna treat me how I deserve to be.
exactly. Yep.
Woo,
So I mean,
child.
California has been a real blessing in so many ways. In the disguise. Cause
Yeah,
baby, I
girl.
ain't gonna say it's been easy. It's been very hard. It's been very, especially around this time because it's slow. It's been very hard, but I got this.
You got it, Pooh, and that's
I got
annoying.
this.
And I'm glad that you out there getting what you need. You know, you have been talking about going to LA for a long time, and now the time is here. You doing your
Oh
thing,
yeah.
not you know what I'm saying, trial and tribulations, but for the good.
Oh,
But let's go
amen. So
ahead.
I say,
S- Let's go ahead and wrap this thing up. I don't know what's up with our internet connection. I am not going to edit this episode. Going to throw it onto the template with the intro song and going to hit submit. Okay, hello.
mm,
But all right, anything
oh
you
my
got coming
gosh.
up that people should be looking out for? You coming to Atlanta? What you got going on?
Oh my gosh. So right now I am trying to get on with I don't want to name a show only
Don't.
because I don't want to jinx myself. And so I'm trying to get on with a few shows, and I'm in talks with different people from there, like high people. So crossing my fingers for that. They've been like pitching me every day. The agency that I've been working for, I mean, the agency that I just had a meeting for, now they're starting to pitch me for jobs, which I'm very appreciative of. Now I have a manager, so he's in charge of my email, so I don't have to deal with that. He's negotiating rates and stuff. I'm like, you know what? Life is getting better by the day. But what I
Period.
got coming up, I am coming to Atlanta on the 20th, 21st.
Okay.
So I'll be there for
We
10
need
days
to
for the
get some
holiday.
food or
So
something. I ain't trying to smoke no hookah, but I'll get some scrambled eggs.
I don't smoke hookah.
Oh, you don't? Oh,
I don't. No, I don't smoke hookah no
not
more.
no more.
I
Okay.
yeah, no. I'm when you lose, oh, I ain't even tell you I lost a lot of weight, child. I lost about 35, probably 40 pounds being sick now, but I
You
lost
lost
a
a
lot of
problem.
weight. It is very, I'm having very bad body dysmorphia right now. And it's causing me
Oh.
to be like hesitant about leaving the house because since I am losing weight, so I've lost weight by like intermittent fasting on mistake because like I, food here is expensive, right? Food everywhere is expensive, but to go out to eat in LA is a lot. Like you go out for one thing, and like I literally asked my friend, I'm like, he grabbed lunch, I mean dinner last night, so I'm like, I'll grab us lunch before you go to work. I grabbed grilled cheese, two lobster grilled cheese and fries, and that was $50.
Oh my God.
So it's like I don't go out to eat because that's
Yeah,
from like a deli. It's from like a deli or a little cafe. It's not even from a restaurant. So
no, for real,
I have
for
to cook
darn.
food, and that takes so much energy. So I just don't eat. I'll get a
Yeah.
smoothie and just lay in the bed, or I'll go to work or
That's
whatever, and
what
I'll get
happened to me
something
when
when
I
I'm
was
out.
out there. So I understand. It's easy and it's crazy because you come back to Atlanta and you got fried chicken here, mac and cheese here, fried
Yes,
Snickers, your funnel cakes,
and
whatever. And it's easy
it's
to get.
not expensive. Like
Hmm.
I can get like for $50, I could have went to Rock South and got two meals and a drink.
And you could have took that little skillet with you.
Exactly. So like now, since I've been losing so much weight fast because of the intermittent fasting, my clothes are very big it looks sloppy, and to me that makes me look like I'm sick.
Oh, I understand.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
It's
Like, I hate when
style.
people yeah, I feel I'm not used to seeing myself this small, especially this fast, and it's like I haven't seen like my neckline in so long. Like, it's weird, but I'm happy about it. But at the same time, I'm just like, I just need better. I need to get my clothes tailored or something because it just only thing that look good on me is sweats right now because all my clothes, like my skinny jeans ain't skinny no more, and they bunching up when I try to put a belt on. It looks so sloppy.
Oh,
Like I
that's
don't like that.
gold. Yeah, I know what you
I
mean.
don't like.
Well, it's I don't know how cold it's gonna get out there, but it's a good time to don't I wouldn't rush to fix that wardrobe just yet. Let it keep falling off and then when the spring pop out, you pop out.
So just wear sweatpants for 3 months.
Wear some leggings.
Cha. Yeah. So
Anyways,
now
let's
I'm
wrap this thing up.
yeah.
Oh,
It's giving by
sorry.
dysmorphia. Y'all pray for the
Just
queen.
this delay is terrible. Yeah, no, I understand. I went to shopping for a gown today for an event I'm going to Friday, and I hated everything. So I'm about to just starve until my birthday.
Mm.
So
Do some intimate fasting. You're gonna lose all the weight in 2-3 weeks.
I know.
It
Oh, I
really
know it
works.
works. Giving up ice cream and stuff has helped a lot, a ton. It's crazy the negative impact sugar has on you. But all right, y'all, it's been another episode of OD Podcast. I'm gonna tell y'all now, if you reach this point, then you've listened to a raw, unedited episode. I have a headache. I'm sleepy and I'm cold. It's nothing that we ain't say nothing that need to be taken out. So y'all just gonna hear it how it sound before I take out dead space and all that. So.
Mm.
All right.
Mm.
Holla at your girl, holla at your world, holla at your Tori, holla at your curl, holla at your Earl, holla at your swirl.
Yeah. And just do you, boo.
And just
See
do
ya.
you. Bye.
See